Alright, we're going to shrink wrap this 18-foot bay liner. About 35-minute drive out. We got John coming to do the job with me. John just got a raise because he's kicking ass.
Let's get it done.
Let's get it. Welcome to another episode of Buffalo Boat Shrink Wrapping. This is Chris. In this episode, I've got something special for you because I want to talk to you about business. So I've been doing this side hustle seasonally for a few years now. People shrink wrap their boats before winter, so September, October, November, I ramp up, make some money before Christmas. So let's talk about how much you can make with shrink wrapping as a side hustle.
Chris Ryan, nice to meet you. John Rod.
Yeah.
Can you hand that up to me, please? The 2x4? Yeah, I thought I was gonna get 10. I thought they were sticking out a little long. Yeah.
Next, we got the 2x4. So that was about $4. This 2x4 I cut in half and used 2 posts out of the one 2x4. So that's $4. And then I add the black post caps. See, I buy these in bulk, so I get a good price on them. That was about $5 for the 2 post caps.
Yeah, when you can, I mean, you don't change it now, but when you're tying to these cleats, tie it at the top of the cleat. Okay. So it doesn't stick out as much when you shrink wrap it, but it flows over the top. Got it. It's all good though. Can you pass for that?
Next, I have the strapping. We use a bunch of it, so what I'm going to do is say length of the boat times 10. So this is an 18-footer. The roll of strapping is $50 roughly, and that comes in 1,500 foot rolls. So it's about 3 cents a foot times 180, let's call it. 18-foot boat times 10. That gives me about $5.40 worth of nylon strapping. So on the way here, I told you John was making some more money. We'll talk about all my expenses, then how much I made, and you can decide if it might be a good side hustle for you too. So I paid John $60. My next biggest expense is going to be the shrink wrap itself. So this roll is 32 foot wide by 100 foot long. Ends up being about 11 cents a square foot. So I pulled 15 foot off of the roll for this boat. So that's about $52.80 worth of shrink wrap that I pulled off the roll. Next we have that heavy duty 4-inch wide white shrink wrap tape. That stuff is about 30 bucks a roll. Comes in 180 foot length, so that's about 16 cents. Let's say that I used 10 foot of that, so we're at $1.60 worth of shrink wrap tape. So that gives my total expenses to $128.80, which is the labor and the consumables. Now that doesn't include permanent tools that I had to buy, right? I have the jack stands, I've got the axle to unroll the shrink off of, I've got my torch, I've got some little accessory connectors in there, I've got my truck, obviously, I had to pay for gas to get to the job, but all in all, my expenses with the consumables is $128.80. Now, what do I charge? I'm at $350 minimum to come out, and that's because I don't do jet skis because it's honestly cheaper for customers to just buy a reusable cover, and I tell them that. I used to charge less, but then I was driving everywhere and doing everybody's boat. This price versus demand gives me a reasonable number of boats that I can do in a season. Close to my house, there's tons of marinas near me. I live right near the Niagara River, so this allows me to do what I need to do, and $350 minus the expenses brings me to $221.20 net that I get to keep for myself. So I'm a little over $110 an hour to do these boats. If you can do 2 or 3 in one day, that's possible. I've definitely done it before, but I do a couple of these every week after work, sometimes on weekends, and it's a nice little side hustle to do before Christmas.
This tape is like the best you could possibly do.
This is the best tape ever made.